Some African envoy and citizens say the adoption of Kiswahili as the continent's working language will facilitate the effective implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement (AfCFTA) and cross-border trade. They made this known in Abuja during the inaugural commemoration of the World Kiswahili Language Day, organized by the Tanzania High Commission, Abuja. Botswana High Commissioner to Nigeria said that it calls for celebration that Africa now has a unifying language, which will also ease trading among African citizens, an objective of the AfCFTA.
The language is in the curriculum of a lot of schools. It's now taught across the continent in primary schools, secondary schools, and tertiary institutions. So I think it will help ease, passage and also ease negotiation, for those who are trading. So I think it is a good positive plus for the African Free Trade Area Agreement, so that people can converse in a similar language. Quite often, sometimes the message gets lost through translation, because if you can speak directly to each other, it's far much better than speaking through a translation or interpretation.
Founder, Women Arise Development and Humanitarian Initiative, said that the adoption of a common language in African region would break the language barriers encountered by African women traders.
Commendable. It's highly commendable because, as I said in the course of my speech, this really responds to Article 14 of the UN Convention on the Elimination of Discrimination Against Women, which seeks to open spaces for rural women in particular. And by launching a day for Swahili and making it a language that is acceptable on so many platforms, it means that you're actually expanding trade opportunities, interactive opportunities, social inclusion for women in particular, because they're the greater percentage of people in the rural communities, and language constitutes one of the barriers. A barrier in terms of interpreting documents that they need to be able to interact with others, complete forms, particularly for financial institutions, for trade and exports. So once you make Swahili a language, it means, at least I am sure, by general average, of the 200 million people who are now said to be speaking Swahili, a very conservative 49% or 51% will be women. And that means that you're giving that population greater access so that they can be better players in the after.
Tanzanian High Commissioner to Nigeria, Benson Bana, said that the commemoration creates a platform for experts to share knowledge and discuss the benefits of Africa-adopted working language.
At the level of the High Commission, the inauguration celebration of the World Kiswahili Language Day 2022 revolves around the theme Kiswahili Language for the promotion and the consolidation of African integration. Under this banner is the open dialogue, which is nested in the theme. The interactive and inclusive open dialogue is intended to create an avenue for sharing knowledge and experience on 5 mutually supportive areas. Number 1, the contribution of Kiswahili in African liberation struggles. Number 2, the role of Kiswahili for sustainable nation building, experience from Tanzania. Number 3, the strategic place of Kiswahili for realizing the objectives of Africa Continental Free Trade Area Agreement. Number 4, experiences and challenges in teaching Kiswahili as a foreign language in West African educational establishments. And lastly, experience and challenges